Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a wreath. I think I finally found a craft that might be good with this camera angle, so I'm going to try this. And I kind of wanted to make like a spring moving into summer type wreath. So I came up with this idea, and I found this little plaque. And it says love and be loved, and it goes right with my front door mat, and it has like a bee pun on it too, so that goes great with it. My theme this year is going to kind of be like black with like bees and butterflies and things like that, so this is perfect for it. But I got all of this stuff at the Dollar General. And I think like basically all this stuff was $1 except for this. This was originally $3, but it was on sale for $2. And this was, I think this was around $3 too. I can't remember. It was something around there. But most of this other stuff was $1. And these were flowers, but I took them off of the stem because I'm just going to use them like that. And then I got these, just a little bit of a mix. They were kind of by the Mother's Day stuff, so that's where I found most of this. To get started, I'm just going to wrap this twine around here because this twine kind of looks the same, and I was kind of wanting to incorporate that a little bit too, just to give it a little bit of like the rustic feel maybe. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I got that done. It's not a big drastic difference, but it's just enough difference for me. I don't know if I said this, but this is grapevine, and it's kind of like pokey, and then it's got the wrapping, like the little wire right here. So I kind of just took this around to kind of try to hide the wire or like distract from it, because I like to see this a lot better than just the wire that's wrapped around this. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put the plants on. I don't really have like a strong idea of how I'm going to do this. I've got like a general idea, and I'm just going to kind of play around with it and see what I think looks the best. So it's just going to kind of be a little bit of arranging and seeing like what I think looks good. And another reason why I wanted to use this too is since this is such a big piece, I'm actually going to tie it down just to make it a little bit more secure, because it's going to take a minute for all that glue to dry, for one, and then two, sometimes when it comes to hot glue with this kind of stuff, it can be hit or miss with this kind of plastic that this is. Sometimes it doesn't want to stick as well as it usually does, so I'm just going to give it a little bit extra security. And I'm going to have flowers and leaves and things like that covering this up. So, and since I took the twine around it, it won't look suspicious. See? And that'll hold it too until the glue dries all the way. So it's like a win-win. Make sure I've got these lined up right. Glue all over me. Okay, I think I got that pretty center. And I wanted to do the sunflowers in the middle or a sunflower in the middle. So I'm just going to kind of play around with this a little bit and see what I think. So because I have these other little flowers too, but I don't want it to be so full that it looks like a mess, because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. So I'm just gonna kind of go with it a little bit, and I actually think I kind of like that. Let me see if I want to put these on there too. No, I think we'll leave those out. Okay. Yeah, I think this is, let me look at it from that. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to do it. And that one's kind of messed up, so I'm going to switch it out with that one. I know I spend so much time just looking at each individual flower to try to see which one is the one I like the best, and sit there forever doing that. I'm one of those people that go into the store and I see something and it's all the same thing, but I actually will go and look at every single one to see if there's any kind of like imperfections or anything, or like some kind of like scuff or chip or something. It drives me crazy, but I can't not do that. It takes me forever to pick something out. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want these to be. Oh, I'm making a big huge mess with this glue. Let me try something else here. Oh, I thought that was going to drop. This one is not wanting to cooperate with me. Yeah, I got glue all over my table. Oh my gosh. Oh well, I'm gonna have to move on. Now I'm gonna go to these. I'm just gonna do it like basically how I had it done before. And I have little leaves and stuff too that I'm gonna use on the outsides and stuff. Just kind of make it a little bit fuller. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. There's one of these that came off and I didn't realize it before, and it's really driving me crazy because this one looks way fuller than that one. But I don't know, there's nothing I can do about it now. I don't know, it must have fell off somewhere in here. Or in the car, maybe. Either way, I'm gonna quit messing with that because that's gonna mess up the glue that's trying to dry. Try to move on. I'm gonna be messing with those plants all night. Now I'm just going to pop some of these leaves just kind of in the back, just randomly kind of in the back and underneath or something, just to kind of give it a little bit more of like a full look. Let me see. And a little bit more detail, because since I'm using a bunch of flowers and I only have these like leaves or plants or whatever, I was wanting to put a little bit more greenery in it. Just gonna do that. I can't even remember. These might have come off of these leaves. I think I'm just going to glue them directly to the back of the flowers. I think they'll actually stick to that better. No, hopefully that won't show through. And if you don't like this part, you obviously don't have to do it. This is just my preference on wanting a little bit more green in it. So this is what I came up with, but if you think it looks a little bit too much, then you obviously, like, you don't have to do it, because I do have a tendency to kind of overdo things, so do what you think is best. This one's kind of too big, so I'm cutting it down a little bit. Okay, so that's how that looks. And I'm really wanting to see how it looks with maybe some underneath it, but let's see, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that before I get carried away. So I just got this little plaque, and this is so cute. I was so happy to find that. So I'm just gonna wrap it like this because I need a little loop to hang it. Because my wreath, the way my thing is, oh well, I got it backwards. The way mine is, if you have like a bow or something that's like down here, you can't hang it because it's like a hook. So I have to have it a different way. Wrong way. Okay, let me just put this bow right here so I can make sure. Okay. So this is how I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to glue this right here. I'm really scared that that's going to not hold, so. Almost burnt myself. Alright. And you can use other things besides hot glue or do this different ways. This is just the way that I'm doing it because this is what I have and I couldn't come up with any other ideas how to do this. So if you come up with a way that you think is better, by all means. Alright, now that we got that done, I'm going to go ahead and put the bow on. I'm going to kind of fluff the bow up a little bit because I just kind of had it laying around and I think my cat might have sat on it or something because it is squashed. So I'm just going to put the bow right here to kind of cover that part up. And I was going to do a black and yellow bow, but I was like, I don't know, because with the sunflowers down here and then this pattern I really liked with that, so I went ahead and went with the black and white to kind of go better with this. Since I already had like the sunflowers down here, I didn't want it to be like overly yellow, so I just went with this color and I actually really like that I decided to do that. And you can obviously tie the bow on here or do it however you want, but I'll admit that I'm not the best at bows, so I have to make the bows first and then just like glue them on or find a different way to put them on. I cannot tie a bow just on command. This is kind of what I have to do. I don't like it I don't like the way it looks as much, but I just have to, I'm trying to learn. So oh, this is so cute. Let me get it. This might be, because this is kind of hanging loose, so this might be a little bit crooked, but here's the final product. You could do this a number of ways. This is just the way that I kind of came up with. So you could take this idea and do it exactly like this, or you could take this idea and use whatever colors you want, whatever plants and flowers you want to use, you know, just make it your own. But this is a really simple wreath to make, and I thought it would be great for people to kind of, you know, use this as like a guide to make your own wreath and come up with what you want to make. And it's not really hard. Like I said, I just like hot glued most of this stuff down. I made the bow beforehand. These are really cheap things. It didn't cost me very much to make it all. So anyone can do this, and it's just easy, cheap, and cute. What more could you ask for? So let me know in the comments if you plan on doing something like this. I'd really be interested in hearing like what kind of twist you might put on it, or you know, that kind of thing. And thank you for watching the video. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.